Welcome to In the Studio on the Bridge 88.7 FM with your hosts, Mike Marchese and Darren Phipps.
Welcome to In the Studio. I'm your host, Mike Marchese, with Darren Phipps of Louisiana Media Group, and we are a proud sponsor of the Bridge Radio. So glad to have you here with us today. We've got special guests from Redemption Family, Nina and Kris. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Doing awesome. Thanks for having us.
Well, great. Before we get to you, we just got to do a little bit of work on our side.
Yeah.
Darren, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, buddy.
Awesome.
So, Darren, if you want to send us a request,
Yep.
or if you want to ask us questions, you go to inthestudio@thebridge.fm.
There it is.
There it is. And Darren, tell us, how do you become a featured artist on In the Studio?
You go to thebridge.fm, click on In the Studio link, scroll down, hit apply, and that's my part of the show.
Boom.
Boom. There it is.
Well, Darren,
Let's do it.
you get to play with these guys from time to time as a fill-in.
I do.
Their bass player had a baby not long ago.
He did. That
So-
was a real miracle.
Yeah, it was. Well, my question is when they're playing, are you babysitting?
I am doing a combination.
Okay.
I'll mix sound.
I didn't know if
babysit,
you
play
were.
bass.
I know you play bass for him when he's there, when he can't make it, but when he can make it, are you watching the kid?
That's
I don't know about that. For your health. Nope.
For your help. Well, Kris and Nina from Redemption Family are with us today, and tell us about the band. You know, we've known you guys for a long time, but introducing you to our listeners, they may or may not know you. So tell us about the band and how it came about, real quickly, and about yourselves.
Well, we've been a band for about 4 years, and through that time, we've just kind of gone through members and added members, and we've created this giant family of musicians that we like to just get together and have family time and jam and worship together.
Yeah, you guys are really like a family. Y'all do a lot of things together, which I think is really cool. And other than just doing the music thing, y'all get together,
Have barbecues,
Yeah.
Right.
hang out.
and that's important. It's
It is,
that's
yeah.
an important part of what you guys are doing, because it's bonding time, right?
Yeah, it makes it more genuine when you're actually playing music together.
That's right. Well, tell us about how the band came together, and what prompted you to do this. And you guys y'all have led worship. I know, Nina, you lead worship at Lakeshore, right?
Yeah.
And in Covington.
Mm-hmm.
And Kris, and you're at you do things
Church
at
of the King.
Church of the
right now.
King right now. Okay, cool. So tell us about how it came about. How'd y'all.
Well, it came out of like a failure of another band, and so and just kind of like a change of writing style. Honestly, I was influenced heavily by a bunch of new artists, a bunch of music that I've never listened to before, and so my writing style changed, and therefore just kind of a new project birthed out of that, and just grabbed all my friends that were around at the time, literally,
Yeah.
and we started. Me, Barry, and Travis started Redemption Family at that point.
You guys have a really big band.
Mm.
How many people in the band?
I feel like members always switch. I know a show coming up will have 7 on the stage, so it kind of depends on the show, but it's a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people to keep happy and on the same direction all the time. How do you manage that?
Band mom.
So she does it. So Nina's the one that keeps everybody in check.
I wouldn't say everybody happy, but at least everybody in order.
Yeah, she tries to keep the order in the band, and
Everyone get on stage at the right time.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a struggle, but it's fun. Yeah.
Kris, what's like the band look like right now for Redemption Family?
well, the solid core of the
Yeah.
group is Barry Carpenter.
Yeah.
He's does all kind of shenanigans, plays harmonica, mandolin,
Sleigh
aux
bells,
percussion,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
anything we need him.
Sings, yeah.
Yeah, he's an incredible singer. Then we have Jordan Beard, who plays bass, upright bass. Reagan Adcock is currently playing keys for us, and
Awesome
the guy's
keys player.
insane.
Yeah.
He just like pushes us to the next level. And then Travis Schrader also is a guy who just can do anything, but he mainly plays banjo and like slide and
Yeah.
whatnot for us. He sings as well on a lot of the new stuff. Nina Schultz right here.
Nina.
She's holding it down on the vocal side of things, and she's does her thing, and then I sing and play guitar.
Love it.
Oh,
Cool.
Well, Nina, you've been serving at Lakeshore for quite a while. How long have you
Yeah.
been doing that?
I've been at that church for about 15 years.
Wow.
I grew up in that church, but I've been the worship leader about 5 years.
Awesome.
Wow.
So, been there for a while.
So how do you find time to go outside of church
Yeah.
to do this?
It's a balance. It really is. I mean, I feel like Redemption Family is as much serving the community and serving God as being a worship leader. It's just a different capacity. You get to go outside of the doors of a church and we get to play at festivals and play kind of where you wouldn't normally hear the name of Jesus. So it's a balancing act, but I try to find time whenever I can. So, and it's helpful to have family like Kris and the rest of the guys to help that be smooth, you know.
Well, Darren, you produced the record.
Yeah.
And get to play with the band. Tell me your thoughts on the band from a little outside perspective.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's definitely a project that I look forward to getting the fill in for. When we're working on the project, and I'd get to work on the bass parts with Jordan. It was
Because you're playing upright.
upright
in this
bass for most of that stuff, and also Julian fills in on electric from time to time, and so you can change out electric or upright, but it is an acoustic and kind of upright driven project. I love it. I enjoy Kris's writing. It's very different. I can hear all these different influences that he's putting together to make a new sound, and so I enjoy it and appreciate it.
And exactly, the sound of the band is unique.
Yeah.
How would you describe your music?
I would describe it as just kind of folk, like acoustic, like indie kind of thing.
It's not like a bluegrass thing,
Not
you know.
exactly,
No, it's
a
got
little bit-
flares of it,
It's
but
got catchy hooks and,
Yeah, exactly. But you got a banjo, you got upright bass,
Mandolin.
yeah, you got all of that.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Well, let's listen to a song we're going to introduce to our audience. It's called Waves. Tell us briefly about that song.
the song is just talking about, in life, like waves just come crashing, but it's about having your feet planted in Christ and not moving.
I know this is a crowd favorite.
Yeah.
So let's give a listen to Waves from Redemption Family on the Bridge, 88.7 FM.
When these waves come crashing at my shore, I will not be shaken. These feet are planted upon your rock. I will not be moved.
Guys, seriously, thank y'all so much for being a part of this. This really means so much. We love you guys. Y'all are seriously, I can't stress this enough. We really view all of you as family, and we're just so blessed to be a part of this that's going on right here. Come on.
Louisiana Media Group is proud to sponsor In the Studio every Saturday at 3 p.m. and Sunday nights at 9, right here on The Bridge, 88.7 FM.
Was Waves from Redemption Family on the Bridge, 88.7 FM. Cool song. That's last time I heard that song, the crowd was singing louder than you guys.
Yeah,
How does that make you feel?
it's really humbling. Like it's super cool. It's just like, oh, you're writing this music and people enjoyed it enough to sing back. Like it's just, I don't know. Like it's a feeling that's not describable, honestly.
Well, I've mentioned in the first show that we did when we played your song Overflow that we had to lower the crowd noise because they were singing louder than the band. It was pretty cool situation. And I want to ask you, tell me about, well, I'm going to ask Nina this first, your musical influence.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, I know for the band we have a few different ones, but personally, I mean, I love listening to folk and acoustic music, and whenever I was proposed to be in the band, it was kind of like, awesome, this is something I can get into, you know, because I enjoy the music as much. But stuff like Judah and the Lion and the Civil Wars have always been something that I love. But I think for band influences, Kris would probably be better as far as what our band influenced by. So,
How about you, Kris?
My personal influences, I really like a lot of spoken word music and a lot of just indie pop music. But for the band, I'd definitely say John Mark McMillan is probably our biggest influence, as well as bands like Spirit Family Reunion and Page France as well. Those were all artists that I was listening to at the time that changed the direction.
Well, let's give a listen to the song we heard on the first show called Overflow. Tell me about that one real quick.
I actually wrote this song way back in high school. It was actually one of the old band songs, and we just kind of revamped it and added some more words to it. And it just talks about like showing Christ's love, just like letting that overflow through everything that we do.
Another crowd favorite and one of mine favorites as well from this album. This is called Overflow from Redemption Family on the Bridge, 88.7 FM.
God is love. Love is
If you're interested in being a featured artist on In the Studio, log on to thebridge.fm for submission guidelines.
Well, welcome back. That was Overflow from Redemption Family on the Bridge 88.7 FM. And let's remind everybody that we're here every Saturday at 3 o'clock and Sunday nights at 9. If you'd like to be a featured artist on our show, you just need to go to our website at thebridge.fm and apply there. And we also welcome you to send us your requests and emails in the studio at thebridge.fm. So, Overflow, a cool song. I just really like that. Darren, tell me about working with these guys. You know, you get to work with a lot of guys, and I know you like playing with them. But when we did we recorded their live album last year, and tell me, you know, that was a pretty seamless process. Yeah, it went really smooth. That doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah, well, it was still a long process. We started in the studio, but it went smooth in the way that I realized quickly that the band, the more that you could get them to do what they do together in their rehearsals and live at their shows is what you wanted to capture on the album. Not something necessarily perfect, but the passion and the energy and what they do. And so it started out in the studio. Then it was like a music video, right? It was like 2 songs. And then when we came back and listened to that, I remember you were real excited about it, saying, I don't know, I might like this better than the studio project. And I said, I know. So, you know, I kind of agree. So maybe they can rehearse it. You know, we talked about doing a live thing. And like you said, they had already spent enough time introducing these songs in the community, you know, in this area between Southeastern and here and kind of around the area, that by the time they did their recording, people already knew the songs, and so it went really well. Yeah,
you know, I think a lot of times in being in old school in music, there's a lot of bands that I've seen that are great live, and sometimes just don't come across on a studio project, you know, the way you'd see them live. And when I heard that recording you did of their rehearsal, I said, this band, because they have so much personality in the band. I mean, Nina, you know, dancing all over the stage, and Kris jumping up and down. I mean, everybody, you got 7 people moving, and you know, they react to the audience so well. It's, you know, it's something you need to see. And for them, it was really cool to be able to capture that live. And I think the record did really well capturing them live. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it was.
I think so. It was pretty accurate.
Yeah. So it was right on. So I want to talk about your writing process a little bit. Okay. Kris, do you write most of the songs?
Yeah, the majority of them. So lately I've had a change in writing, but most of the songs I wrote on this album were all wrote on guitar and just through kind of spontaneous worship, honestly. And then just from there, just picked it apart, and you know, whether it be like a 10-minute session or something like that, just see what we can manage out of it and write a song out of that.
I mean, do you go to something? Are you reading something that inspires you, or how do you get inspired on a topic?
Well, it's mainly 2 things, or 3 things. Sorry, it's nature is extremely inspiring to me. The Bible, like just what I'm reading, and then my relationship with God in general, and just some songs are just prayers to Him, or some songs are inspired by what I see God moving through nature around me, you know, or just what I've read.
So you're holding an acoustic guitar. We've never had anybody play it on the show before. It's not something I, you know, personally enjoy doing, because I remember doing my own thing years ago where you spend a year recording your record and you go onto a show and they ask you to play it, you know, you're like, well, can't you play the song? No, that's no fun. We want to hear you do it in the studio, you know. We want to hear it in the worst possible conditions. Let's see what that sounds like. So tell me about this song that you're working on right now that you're going to play for us.
So this song is called Change of Pace, and I guess one of the things that I've been struggling with for the past couple of months is really just freaking out about how things are going, as far as not feeling like I'm in control of things. And so this song just talks about taking a step back, taking just this deep breath, and just, I guess, having the peace that God gives through whatever situation I was going through at the time. And that's basically what the song talks about, is just
And the name of the song is called?
Change of Pace.
Change of Pace. All right, Kris, let's hear it.
Everything is falling apart, world's crashing, you're losing heart. Take a step back. Oh, when the doubt starts to kick in, when fear takes hope's place, just have faith. So take a deep breath, take a deep breath, fill up your lungs with the peace again. Take a deep breath, take a deep breath, realize it's okay. Hey! When the storm clouds fill up the sky, covering up sunshine, know it will pass. Oh, when the darkness closes in, veils my soul from gladness. No, he's the light. So take a deep breath, take a deep breath, fill up your lungs with that peace again. Take a deep breath, realize it's okay. Take a deep breath, fill up your lungs with that peace again. Take a deep breath, realize it's okay. Oh, we all need a change in pace. Oh, give us faith to see your way. Oh, we all need a change in pace. Oh, give us faith to see your way. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Very nice. Love it. When's that coming out?
Oh, I
When are we
don't
going to
know.
record it?
We played it around a little bit, and it's always been kind of a new crowd favorite. It's
Yeah,
really fun.
I like it.
It's
I like it a
awesome.
lot.
Yeah.
So tell us about, you've got an upcoming gig this month.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where and
Talk about
when?
It's June 28th. It's at First Baptist in Mandeville, and it's their Mandeville Celebrates America event they do every year. And we'll be playing on the stage, I think around from 7 to 7:30. I think it depends on some of the other people that are playing before us, but it's
Well,
going to be
cool.
a fun time. All free, so come on out.
And that's at Mandeville, First Baptist Mandeville.
Yes.
Right there off of 190.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about, how do we find you on media and
Yeah, we're on Instagram at Redemption Family. We're on Facebook, and that's usually where you can see most of what's coming on, at that moment. But as far as contacting us, we have a website. It's redf.am. So
cool. And any other gigs coming up after the 28th, or you're on summer break, or
Well, we've been working on booking for a fall tour, which is going to happen. We're going to be playing a lot more like August, September. So we're really, really excited about that. We're going to be hitting the road, playing out of state finally. So
awesome.
Nice.
plan on doing some stuff with Beth Hazel.
yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the weekend stuff.
Oh,
with-
Beth.
In August, yeah.
Well, here's one thing I have to request of you guys,
Yes.
is don't let Beth or Kris drive the car,
Okay.
okay?
Exactly.
We love you guys, and it,
Want to stay
you know,
safe.
we know
Yeah.
that Beth, now if we were doing like Demolition Derby,
Then
Off
Beth
road,
and
yeah.
Kris,
Yeah.
I would put my money on those guys. But on the interstate,
That's awesome.
Maybe not so
those are
much.
not my guys. Yeah.
Trailers. Yeah.
Chris, you don't
whole
have luck
van.
with cars, do
I
you?
don't. For
It's been a
some
while, though.
reason,
You've done well lately.
We were
Yeah.
doing a show together a year ago. We called it the Redemption Tour, and we were playing at a church, I think in Metairie, together. And Chris was running behind. And tell us about this truck that hit a bridge
Yeah, I mean, me and Landry Carroll were actually headed to Guitar Center to pick up some like picks or something for the show, and on our way there, an 18-wheeler, it was pulling like this giant forklift, and the forklift clipped the top of an overpass, and we were literally right behind it, and it fell.
Windows rolled down.
Yeah, windows rolled down and everything, and it like falls and
The concrete fell down. From the
Concrete
bridge
fell down and
onto your car.
smashed the car. Luckily, nobody was hurt. Like,
And
praise the
car-
Lord.
And the car was totaled.
The car was totaled.
Car was
yep.
totaled, but you were
Still
able to make it
drivable.
to the gig. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So then he goes out and gets a new car. And coming home from the dealership, what happened?
A pickup truck was it had like some kind of cabinets in the back of it, and the cabinets fell out, and I missed the big part of the cabinet, but I was still hit by like drawers or something, and I
Never
just
your fault. Just
it's really. And the other day I was on the interstate, and some shop vacuums flew out and tried to hit me too, but I dodged those.
So the moral of the story is do not ride with Kris.
Yes.
And
Wow.
God, let's pray a hedge of protection over Kris right now.
As he travels
And,
back to
as he travels
Pumpkin
back
Center.
home.
careless.
And I've had a lot of fun with you guys today, and we always have fun when we get together. Thank you so much for being with us today. And as a shout, you want to shout out to anybody while you're?
I'd like to shout out to my mom.
Alrighty then. So, I mean, you got a big Southeastern crew out there. Your fans out in Southeastern.
All the people that have made this possible. I mean, we're not a band by ourselves. You know, we have our awesome followers and fans and family.
And y'all do house shows, which I think is really cool.
We
How did that
love
come
house
about?
shows. I feel
And
like,
whose house is this at?
well,
And how come I'm not invited?
Yeah.
Well, we're having a house show at your house.
There you go.
That's
Tomorrow.
fine.
No.
Let's
That's
do it.
it. Yeah.
No, I feel like house shows are kind of a. I mean, I grew up with house shows. I didn't realize that that wasn't like a thing until kind of recently. But you find someone who wants to host a show in their house, and you get a bunch of people to come over. It's just fun, kind of more intimate.
I think my homeowners association would have
Yeah.
a fit if I brought Redemption Family to the house. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Well, so glad y'all were with us today. We
Yeah,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much for coming. Enjoyed your music. I appreciate you playing. I put you guys on the spot. Didn't tell you I was going to do that, but that kind of was an impromptu thing, and y'all sounded fabulous. And so I really appreciate that. Check him out at the 28th at First Baptist. And Darren, how do you become a featured artist on the bridge?
Well, you have to email us at inthestudioatthebridge.fm. I just had to do that.
I'm
just so
glad.
you
That
know
was
I
good.
knew it. I knew it. You go to thebridge.fm, log into the studio link, and hit apply. Scroll down and hit apply.
And Darren, everybody wants to know, have you joined social media yet?
You know, that is...
No. Okay.
It's
All
off-
right. We
it's
get
off
that.
the grid.
He's not on Facebook yet. We're hoping to do that before the end of summer. Is get
Yes,
Darren on
before my
social
birthday,
media. Before
the
your
20th.
birthday. There you
All
go.
right, so that's
And
the goal.
hope to do that and welcome Darren into the rest of the world. All right.
All right.
So y'all stay tuned. So y'all tune in for next week. I'm Mike Marchese, Darren Phipps from Louisiana Media Group. Take care. We'll see you.
Louisiana Media Group also provides a full-service recording studio. Everything for your individual singer-songwriter, voiceovers, full band production, mixing and mastering, and much more. Their number is 985-727-7523, and their email address is info@lmgav.com.